got a bit of a theory that of all the main characters in the cast of Has-Been, I think that Emily might be the next or one of the next to be killed. My backing for this? Let's go over it. Emily narrative-wise, originally sort of served as a heaven version of Charlie. In season 2, she mostly fills the same role, just sort of the same naive princess is excited to redeem people. You know, she's this extraordinarily positive little ray of hopeful sunshine for everyone. And so far, she's sort of been an anchor for Sera, too, always being her optimistic voice and being the one to acknowledge that redemption is possible, and that she was one of the first to acknowledge that. And now how would she die? Well, clearly to me it would be by the hands of Lute. Lute is being said to be a major villain, and in the near future we're going to see her descent into madness come to its pinnacle, essentially. You know, after Adam's death, she's going completely mad. And Emily, as we know, is the opposite of everything Lute stands for. Emily believes in Charlie's dream. She thinks humans, no matter how evil they are, deserve a second chance. Her and Lute also have been seen to be the ones that argue about what to do after Heaven's Court meeting. And when Abel tries to take both sides, they're still hostile at each other, and they're angry at him for trying to say that the other has good points. We know that Lute is bitter about not getting to be next in line as head of the Exodus army too. And this argument in the courtroom are the earliest indications of how Abel is going to be a roadblock for her, and her opinions repeatedly getting shoved down or pushed aside by Sera in favor of more peaceful offers like Emily and Abel's idea of gift baskets. You know, Lute calls out how absurd it is wanting to go back to killing the sinners. At least I'm pretty sure I remember her doing that. But the whole time they're going down there, Lute is seething with anger. Everything reinforces her opinions of the sinners, especially Vox, who is the pinnacle of all that she despises. And at the end of Hear My Hope, during Hear My Hope, Emily is the one to start the song at the beginning, and she's the one that speaks up and begins the Care Bear friendship beams. And Lute's the one who comes crashing down, being the hard rain that she promised to deliver unto hell. And Abel is reminding her that they're just there to retrieve Emily to safety, but Lute wants to be able to stop all of this nonsense. She's not having any of it. She's willing to fight if it means that she'll be able to assure the destruction of hell. Unfortunately for her, the battle is cut very short when Abel summons up the courage of his father before him to stop her. And to Lute, even though she listens, she's definitely going to become extremely bitter of what happened. Emily might be what she sees as her biggest obstacle in the way of her vengeance right now. Abel only stops her so that they could let Emily save hell and return to heaven with her. And like we've established before too, Charlie and Emily are parallels of each other. So what I think is going to happen in season 3 is we're going to see Lute turn on the angels. After everything that's happened in season 2, she's furious about how they continue to dismiss all of her thoughts. She'll see that Emily is still getting the golden child treatment, and her Adam hallucinations will spiral. I'm thinking she's going to be caught talking to his ghost, and the others, they're going to beg her to calm down. They're going to try to talk to her about it and help her and see what's going on, see if they can fix this schizophrenia she's having. But she's gonna see it as them belittling her again and seeing her as just something to fix, and that she's not in the right headspace, even though to her she feels like she's the only rational person in heaven, which honestly kinda is, but you know, we won't get into that. And then when she's defending her stance on exterminations, Emily will try to be the bigger person or something, and she'll try to offer her the joy of redemption, goodness, and humanity, to be the one that's like, hey, but I know that you're mad at us, but we can still help, we still love you. And Lute's mind is going to completely snap, and things are gonna click into place in her head. So she thinks if she eliminates Emily, she can get rid of the voice that's guiding everyone into this redemption path, this sinful divergence of what they should be doing. And Lute's gonna stab her with her spear, shocking all the angels and shattering their reality, seeing that their little ball of joy has been killed so swiftly and so coldly. They might not kill Lute for this, but they would certainly have to banish her for her actions. Sera would begin to spiral into this intense depression, and Abel would become a lot more bitter at the loss of his lady friend, and Lute would be a fallen angel, and she would have to completely reshape her mind too. And that might completely reshape her mind too. She would be forced to meet so many of the average sinners in hell. And then, we could see maybe she would question if the sinners did deserve the exterminations, if she was in the wrong, or maybe they'll do things that reinforce her stances and she's gonna want to sabotage the hotel from inside. So yeah, like when she's in hell, I don't know if she would be like trying to get to the hotel. Maybe her visions of Adam will tell her that a better idea than just going out on the street and killing a bunch of sinners would be better, because then she can go into their rooms, kill them in their sleep, and then Charlie would be none the wiser because she just wants to believe in the best of everyone. And I don't even know if she would actually get banished or be a fallen angel. If she is a fallen angel too, I would wonder if Lucifer would sympathize with her, because he was in a similar place. So I wonder if he would want to like show her around and show her that hell can be a better place if she lets it. Because he also hates sinners, so they're kind of on the same page. So I wonder if he would like want to show her, we can avoid the sinners and we can make this hell our own personal heaven. Like, this is how I've learned to cope with living with the scum of the earth, and you can learn to cope with it too. And then maybe Lute, being who she is, would try to like spark up an anger in him and be like, don't you want to get rid of them? Don't you want to make this place better? Or don't you want to just get rid of them? Like, why do we have to deal with them? And if she doesn't get banished, if she doesn't become a fallen angel, maybe they keep her in heaven and she gets like locked up and she has to wait until season 6 to be a villain or something. I don't know. I really do hope that season 4 she gets to be a main antagonist, because season 2, really sad with how she was handled. They know they're gonna get 6 seasons, I swear, because the fandom is so rabid, and it's just like, why would Amazon not invest in them, But yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's my theory for today, is that Emily, at some point in the future, whether it's season 3 or 4, I think she's gonna get killed. I don't think she's gonna stick around, because she doesn't have, I want to say she doesn't have a lot to her character, and that's why I think she might die. She's just a second Charlie, essentially. But then again, there is a lot of characters in the show that just don't have a lot of depth in general. We'll see what happens. So, yeah, let me know if you guys think that's a possible theory and whatnot. And, like, share, subscribe. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you next time.